Hello, Cherie Hanson here. Today I was thinking about various types of blindness as I'm cleaning my glasses and trying to get a view somewhere that's clear. And I was thinking about relationship blindness. The inability to really be able to look at your relationship with other people. What happens when we stay in a childlike mind, in a weakened, dependent, demanding validation state, is we'll just follow anybody home that scratches us behind our ears. And that is something that explains a lot of what I went through in my life, because I was in 3 long-term relationships with men, that if I were not raised in a household of so much violence and so much cruelty, I would have been able to see when a man was not respecting me. But I simply didn't have the capacity to see that. So when the first man was drunk at the grad seminar and lit his pocket on fire after he lit a cigarette, if I had been in a calm, loving, trusting relationship with my father, I would have looked at that and said, no, you don't go to spend time or your life with someone who is drunk at 10 o'clock in the morning, smoking heavily, and lights his own shirt on fire. And so then I went on to my 16-year relationship with that individual. The second one was a person who was very, very angry at his ex-wife and had nothing but vile things to say about her. Now, if I had clear vision and not thick cataracts, I would have said to myself, here's a man who's already triggered to be in a state of rage against a female. And I would have said, no, not going to go with that one. And then the third one, I went on a luncheon date with him. He asked me to lunch, and he looked in his wallet and discovered he didn't have very much money, but he only had enough money to buy himself alcohol. He could not provide any food or drink for me. Now, come on. Somebody who was not relationship crippled would have said, no, I deserve better than this. I deserve someone who really wants to take care of me, who's not broke, who doesn't know that life is about taking care of other people, and who is full of security in himself and not just living from moment to moment trying to find more money. And so I keep this as a lesson for me about how so many of us, because we were in a very non-nurturing childhood, simply cannot see when a relationship is something that is negative, that is lacking the kind of care and respect that you should have from another person. And it took me forever, forever to get to the place where I understood that you need to watch a person when you first meet them, before all of the weaving of fables and stories and constructions of reality take place. So the first 15 or 20 minutes, be a wise observer. Clean the smudges off of your glasses and really observe and ask the question, do I deserve to be treated the way this person is treating me? And that is something we need to ask not only of our romantic relationships, but of every relationship. If a friend is someone who does not observe your boundaries, if a friend is mirroring back to you negative behaviors, the lie is that I am strong enough as a person so this won't affect me. Well, that's bullshit. We are impervious only when we put up our boundaries. The rest of the time, we can be swept away, seduced, hypnotized. Our mirror neurons are up here. We're watching somebody drink and gossip and, refuse to exercise. All kinds of things that are actually damaging to me as a person. And we think it's okay. I have to tell you what I have now learned. I'm going to be 81 pretty soon. I have now learned that my fort is not strong enough to resist the flooding waters of someone who is coming in with negative habits around me. It's fine to be polite to them. It's fine to have affection for them, but it's not good for my spirit to have this kind of person around me. How do we keep doing it? We keep doing it because we're so afraid of the scarcity of love. If I don't let these people sit with me, drinking, eating fat foods, gossiping, being negative, then I won't have anybody to love me. And that's the lie. You don't eat rotten food because you're so terrified there won't be any good food. There will be good relationships. There will be healthier, more radiant people. And you will attract them in once you get to the place where you understand that you need to protect your growth. How can you become the person you are meant to be? How can you become a healer? How can you become a person who radiates love if you're constantly allowing the infection, the spreading of the virus of lower vibrations into your existence? You can't. You simply can't. Nobody ever told me this. I learned it the really backwards way. It's like, give me horrible experiences. Oh, this guy is horrible. I want to spend 10 years with him. Oh, this guy has no ability to treat me with respect. I'll just follow him home. This person is going to sit there and they're going to smoke in front of me and they're going to drink and they're going to try and get me to eat pecan pie instead of a little bit of cauliflower that I want. You do not need to give up your boundaries in order to have friends. And I've learned that now. So that's my message for today. Please subscribe. And I am available for a psychic channeled reading for life coaching. If you would like, get a hold of me. We can have a session. I have people all over the world that I'm helping right now, and they need help because we're in the shift, and so many of us are so frightened of our own higher self. We don't want to become that. We want to stay small with eruptions on our aura. We want to stay in the tar pit, paralysis of a failed species. It just seems so much easier, doesn't it? So get a hold of me. I can help you with that. And I say to you, as I always do, I'm so thankful you're watching my videos. And if you share them with somebody that you think can benefit, all the better for all of us. Thank you. I appreciate you.